Until we are intentionally, regularly, and practically amazed and transformed by the gospel, we'll always be subject to the control of other people's opinions. This is a lifetime problem for many of us, overcoming the fear of man. It is a mortification issue, not an amputation issue, and so you want to spend significant time wrestling through this, and you want to surround yourself with appropriate companions so that you can overcome this problem. Though you may residually carry vestiges of this to the grave, you can have significant victory over it to where it's not debilitating. As I wrap up this webinar, let me give you a list of a few companions that are absolutely essential to help you overcome fear of man. One of those, obviously, is prayer. I am not saying that because I'm supposed to say it because I'm a Christian, but I'm talking about active prayer, where you are engaging God specifically with things that you are struggling with tied to fear of man, and actively engaging God and asking Him to help you to overcome. Reflection is a huge companion. The way change happens, humanly speaking, is when things lodge and stay in our long-term memory, not our short-term memory. Many of us have habituated ourselves to live in a short-term memory world because we live on the internet, we live on Twitter, we live on Facebook, we live on social media, and things flush in and flush out. They come in and they flush out just ever so quickly, and they never make it past short-term memory. You cannot change if you do not spend time in reflection, chewing the cud, thinking over deep thoughts for days and weeks and months until those thoughts are inculcated in your psyche, your soul. Of course, the Bible is essential. Like prayer, these are understood, but being an exegete of God's Word, not just reading 4.25 chapters every day, but doing sound, like take Romans 8:31 and just tear it apart. Memorize it. That's another companion. Number 4 here is memory work. Hiding God's Word in your heart. Why? So that you will not sin, specifically in the fear of man. Gratitude. Well, gratitude has a refreshing effect. And if we're truly understanding God's good work in our lives, well, then we are grateful. And the Christian that's not grateful is an oxymoron. And so we want to express gratitude, not just being grateful in the morning and grateful in the evening, but an attitude of gratefulness, almost like praying without ceasing. We want to have gratitude without ceasing. Singing, whether it's singing in the shower, as I might do, or singing for those of you who can sing in other places where it's appreciated. But singing it's another form of gratitude, and this is an excellent companion that you want in your life. Of course, having friends in your life who understand this. In fact, if 2 or more friends were to walk through this webinar and really spend a few months working through it, you would find those companions to be transformative. God could use those companions in a transformative way. And then serving others, because we don't want to be a Dead Sea. God works through us, and so we want to make sure that we are exporting what we are importing and that we're sharing. And that in itself has a flushing effect as we pour ourselves into other people's lives. And so I want you to implement these 2, 4, 6, 8, these 8 companions in your life in the way that you need to help you to overcome fear of man, as you also grab the questions that I have presented throughout and study these animations that you have seen on the screen. Prayer, reflection, Bible work, memory work, gratitude, singing, friends, serving, and by the way, you can add to this list as well. If you have any questions about this webinar, please, as always, come to our forums. We want to interact with you. We are a dialogue ministry, not just a monologue. You have been listening to me monologue. Now come to our ministry and we will dialogue with you. If it's about fear of man or something else that's on your mind, please let us know how we can serve you. The title of the webinar is How to Overcome the Fear of Others. The subtitle, The Opinion of One. When the only opinion in the room that controls you, that manages you, that matters, is God's opinion of you, then you're in a good place. I am Rick Thomas. Thank you so much for watching the webinar.